Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Aaron. Today we're going to talk about the new AirPods Max. After all the leaks, all the rumors, Apple's full-sized noise-cancelling headphones has finally arrived in time for the holidays. It costs $599 US. That's like almost twice the price of the very popular Sony WH-1000XM4, which I've often reviewed on this channel. Now, when I first saw the AirPods Max, I was kind of blown away, to be honest, after looking at the product, after looking at the marketing material put out by Apple. You know, when you look at marketing by Apple, you kind of start to rationalize certain things. You know, maybe the AirPods Max is worth paying that extra dough for $599. But after diving a little deeper into its features, into some of the things that Apple is implementing on the AirPods Max, I've got some questions. And perhaps the questions that I raised in this video, along with the video itself, will help you to decide whether to pre-order the AirPods Max or not. But before we get into the questions, first, let's take a very quick look at what the AirPods Max is offering. In terms of design, I think the AirPods Max feels decidedly Apple. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm saying that the AirPods Max has a very smooth, understated look with a heavy emphasis on simplicity. It's got anodized aluminum ear cup housings and a stainless steel headband that has a very unique feature. You see, instead of using a traditional foam pad for the headband, the AirPods Max use a sort of flexible mesh material that is supposed to achieve better weight distribution against the top of your head. Think of it as a type of hammock resting against the crown of your head. Is it really going to be better than traditional foam pads? We don't know yet, but one thing's for sure, it's going to turn a lot of heads. Now, the AirPods Max also has a heavy emphasis on simplicity. So it's got a bare minimum of buttons. It's got a button that activates your transparency mode and another button that is really like the crown of the Apple Watch. As in, you can spin the button around like a dial to control the volume and press on the button to control your music and activate Siri. So it's very simple to use. You don't have to hunt around for the specific button for the specific task, and you don't have to fiddle with the touch controls. Everything that you need, well, pretty much everything that you need to do is on that single dial. And this makes the AirPods Max very simple to use. In fact, the only other brand out there that has something close to what the AirPods Max dial does is Marshall. I mean, if you look at the range of Marshall headphones, the entire range has this brass knob that does everything from controlling your music to volume. So it's kind of like the same thing as what the AirPods Max offers, but the AirPods Max dial is perhaps a little more advanced than that. For its active noise cancelling, it uses a total of 8 microphones, 6 facing outward and 2 inside the ear cups to pick up ambient noise. Some of those microphones will be used to pick up your voice during phone calls while rejecting ambient noise. And they do this using beamforming technology. So it's going to be interesting to see how they perform in terms of phone call quality. Now, in terms of specs, it's got up to 20 hours of battery on a single charge. And if you compare this to its competitors like the Sony WH-1000XM4, those headphones have up to 30 hours of continuous listening. So it falls a little short and is more in line with competitors like the Bose NC700. Instead of using a USB Type-C cord for charging, the AirPods Max uses a lightning cable like the AirPods Pro. Now, this is still quite okay because even though it doesn't charge as quickly as the Sony 1000XM4s, you know, with the Sonys, you charge them for 10 minutes, it gives you back 5 hours of playtime, which is awesome. The AirPods Max gives you back 90 minutes of playtime with 5 minutes of charging. So that's about 3 hours of playtime with 10 minutes. Not as great as the Sonys, but quite close, and it's still not bad. It uses Apple's proprietary H1 Bluetooth chip, which is a Class 1 Bluetooth chip that ensures reliable Bluetooth connection even from longer distances, and it's also a 10 audio core audio processor. And that's going to take care of the headphone's sound processing as well as its noise cancelling processing. And it doesn't just have one of them, it's got 2, one in each ear cup. So there's a lot of computational power in these headphones. Also, in terms of audio features, the AirPods Max has some very new features that were recently introduced with the AirPods Pro. Features like spatial audio. If you're not very sure what spatial audio is all about, check out this video over here. But in a nutshell, when you're watching videos and movies from certain apps like the Apple TV app on your iPhone or iPad, spatial audio is meant to recreate that immersive feeling of when you're watching movies in a cinema. It's kind of like virtual surround sound, but it is more than that. It increases the level of immersion by locking the surround sound in place so that when you turn your head, for example, if you want to look away from your iPad for a very brief moment to say something to your partner, the surround sound effects don't move. They stay where they are, just like in an actual cinema. Also, the AirPods Max supports other features like adaptive EQ, automatically optimizing the sound quality of the headphones based on what you're playing, audio sharing. So if your partner is using a pair of AirPods Pro and you're using the AirPods Max, both of you can share the same audio from the same device, an iPad or an iPhone. It's also got multi-device switching, so if you're signed in on the same Apple account on multiple devices, for example, an iPhone and an iPad, you can transition seamlessly between them. And of course, finally, and this is something that I probably should have mentioned at the beginning of this video, you're gonna get that seamless pairing experience with iOS devices that so many people who have been using the AirPods Pro and the AirPods have enjoyed for so long. So we've talked about specs, we've talked about features, and overall, I've got a pretty good first impression of the AirPods Max. I think it looks fantastic to begin with, and in terms of features and specs, it does look quite promising, even at this price point. But is it really for everybody? I mean, at the beginning of this video, I've already said that I've got some doubts. I mean, $600 is a lot of money, right? And what if you can get a much better experience from a pair of headphones that costs much less than the AirPods Max? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to raise a few points of concern so that you guys can weigh the options and decide for yourself whether the AirPods Max is worth ordering right now. And if you still decide to go ahead with the order, at least you are going in with both eyes open. First, the AirPods Max is an Apple product, and as an Apple product, it's going to be tied in very closely with the Apple ecosystem. So if you're using an Android device as your main device, or if you only use Android devices, you're not going to be able to enjoy any of those Apple exclusive features like seamless pairing, automatic switching, spatial audio. Customizing the headphones will be impossible, let alone getting software updates over the air, because the AirPods Max, like other Apple products, does not have an app on Android. So if you're already heavily invested into the Android ecosystem, it makes a little less sense getting the AirPods Max versus other headphones like the Sony WH-1000XM4 or the Bose NC700 or even the Sennheiser Momentum 3 wireless headphones, because those headphones have apps both on Apple and Android devices that allows you to enjoy all the full benefits of owning these headphones. Plus, they don't cost as much as the AirPods Max. Number two, since the only cabled connection the AirPods Max supports is a Lightning cable connection, if you want to connect the AirPods Max directly to your laptop, your PC, or to a phone with a 3.5mm input jack, it'll be impossible to do so unless you get a special Lightning to 3.5mm audio cable from Apple or an adapter likewise from Apple. And these cost extra money because the cable costs $35 I think, and the adapter costs I think $10. And that's extra money on top of what you're already spending on the AirPods Max. Other headphones pack a 3.5mm cable as standard, and you don't have to spend extra money for these cables. So, I mean, you do the sums. If you feel that, $599 is already a lot of money to spend, and you don't feel comfortable spending a bit more on a cable, then you might want to consider going for cheaper options instead. Number three, have you looked at the carrying case? I mean, wow. I posted a picture of the carrying case in my community tab. You guys had some comments about it which were quite interesting, and I agree. It does look quite odd. But it's not just the fact that it looks odd, it's also the fact that it doesn't seem to offer a lot of protection for your heavy investment of $599. I mean, if I spent $600 on a pair of headphones, I want it to be, wrapped in a hard carrying case, at least. What this case can do is to help your AirPods Max save battery by putting it into sleep mode when you put it in the case. And that's great, right? But it won't offer much protection, and it does look quite odd. I mean, you tell me in the comment section, guys, what it looks like to you. I bet you can come up with some interesting answers. So those are some of the things that I hope you'd consider before splurging $600 on the AirPods Max. But guys, beyond this, I do not have any more information about the AirPods Max, about its sound quality, phone call quality, noise cancelling performance compared to the best noise cancellers in the market, like the Sony WH-1000XM4. But guys, as soon as the AirPods Max is launched here in Singapore, I will be getting a unit to compare them against these popular noise cancelling headphones from Sony, Bose, and Sennheiser. So if you want to watch these comparison videos when they come out on this channel, please subscribe and ring the notifications bell, because this is the only way YouTube will notify you of new content from this channel. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please punch that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Those be done here.